Hi, it's Matt Gadd from UK Lock Sport. Basically, I'm just going to be talking a little bit today about making picks. There's a lot of ways out there to save money. Obviously, I've purchased picks before, a lot of picks, and they're not what I thought they were going to be. And there's some things you can do to try to avoid falling into that gap, or into that hole I fell into. And one of the solutions is making your own picks. Everybody I know and speak to usually says they have their own favourite home brews and things like that. And these are basically your homebrew picks. Just get some black for this against. This is my fiance's makeup, but it works just well. And here's just a couple I made. This is just on a grinder. So you've got 4 picks here. And all it cost me was the electricity to turn on the grinder, and it just comes from a piece of metal like this, which is a windscreen blade. I mean, it's fairly long, and that gives me 4 picks and usually a little bit left over, so if you wanted to make a smaller tension wrench or something, you could probably do that. So I'm just trying to get this in focus again. Right, now we're kind of back, I think. There we are. So most people think, oh, I'm going to make a home brew, it's not going to work. But sometimes you don't know until you try. I spoke to Capiche the other day, and I was wondering if he was working on anything new. And he said to him, just going freestyle and making a pick is like an artist throwing paint at a canvas and hoping to make art. But sometimes that's what you need to do in a way, because I don't know if you've ever been to an art gallery, some of them just confuse the hell out of me. But you can copy pick designs. There are loads and loads and loads of pictures on Google where people have put it next to exact measuring and measurements. They've even got people that have got the printouts to size. If you print an A4 sheet, it will print out the A4 sheet and you just cut it out and stick it over the top of what you want to do. Literally put it down with super glue and then you just grind away until you get to where you need to be. You can do it by pen, however suits you best. But it doesn't impair how you actually pick, if that makes sense. If you were to buy a really expensive set like Peterson or Storm, these are proven picks that work over a long time. But I've just found out recently, when I bought my King Queen, I can't get on with them at all. I found the padlock over there I have, it's a Chinese one. It's got the biggest keyway going, and I just can't get them to open it at all. So it got me back to thinking about making home brews. So what I'm going to do here for you now is I'm just going to show you these. I've just made these in this shed. I'm just going to do 2 rakes. One's a 4 bump and one's a 3 bump rake. I don't know if they've got technical names. They're more like city rakes, but they're more like speed bumps to me, so I call them bumps. So I'm just going to put it in here. I'm just going to get the 3 bump. See if I'm still in camera here. There we are. Open with the 3 and just get the 4. And there we are. Open with the 4 bump. And that was the 4 there as well. So I'm just trying to show you that it's not always worth going out there and spending lots of money. I mean, you've just seen how quickly they opened, and I've got, this is supposed to be a bow guitar here. And this is from that new spring set I bought. I mean, the metal's fantastic, but the spacings are too big for it. Somebody's had a go, they've seen a market here, and it is a good market. Just needs to be a bit more rigid. Now I'm going to just try and pick with this. And then oh, I actually got it open that time. But if you see my video yesterday, sometimes you can't get these even into the lock. Look, I mean, that just jammed up there. You don't need to spend a lot of money to pick locks. hooks, for example. These hooks here, some people may look identical. I mean, these aren't polished, but they have been smoothed over. They may look identical to some people, but this top pick here is just slightly longer than this one. Gives you a reach around, and this is more of a gem sort of style with the flat tip, and this has got more of a point. So you can make it, you can be creative, find something that works for you. That's all I've really got to say. And same with tension wrenches. I made this one myself. This is the tension wrench I turn to like 90% of the time now. Mainly for my videos as well, because if I can just get this to come around and I can show you. This can either sit in the bottom of the keyway here, he says. So I'm looking through the camera. It can sit in the bottom of the keyway like that. I can pick over the top of that, or I can put it in the top of the keyway here, and my hand's out the way for when I'm showing you on a video or something. Just gives a better clear camera view of it. And if I just undo this slightly, if I can drop it down, it's about there actually. There we go. Just so you can see, when I'm holding this, my finger's right on this little ridge I've created here, so I get really good feedback off of it. And now the main ones I keep on me are my technical entry, which I am saving it for Peterson because I cannot make these for toffee. I've seen people make these out of kitchen knives and they look fantastic, but all I've got is a grinder and a Dremel to work with. And picks, you can make them with files. You don't need to go out and spend money on a grinder. And to be quite honest, if you're using a file, you can get far more precise strokes, so you're getting it to where you want that pick to be. You can probably copy a bow guitar a lot easier by filing it than you can by grinding it or doing it with a Dremel, because one wrong move and you've lost everything you've just done. But yeah, so these are what I keep on me. They're my tensioning tools I keep with me near enough all the time. I have 4 different versions of this. Some have it just slightly filed in at the bottom there, so it goes into smaller keyways at the bottom. And yeah, but I always keep one of these on me. I've got them in different thicknesses, just because I like the fact my hand's not in the way. I can move, I can twist easy. So yeah, definitely make your own picks out there, people. And just as a little note, I think I'm in trouble when she gets home tonight. I've kind of acquired these off my fiance. These are actually pliers for hairdressing, because she's a hairdresser. And when they put, I can't even think what it's called. They put that fake hair into each other's hair and they heat it up and then they squeeze the glue together using these. But they're really good. They've got a nice long handle on them and a short tip, and I use them just to make tension wrenches, just so you can see. And it's this easy to snap, just a couple turns like that. There we go. And I just usually keep it in there because it's quite a nice length, and just fold it over. And it's not like a normal pair of pliers either, because see how it's got loads of dots in it? It's not the serrated lines we get, and then when you're trying to put thin metal in like that, it slips through and twists. It's quite nice, and well, I think it just goes to the right angle. Might be something worth looking at for people out there if you're interested in making your own picks or tension wrenches, and yeah, sits in there lovely. Anyway, it's a bit of a long video. It's only supposed to be a couple minutes long. Please leave any feedback and comments. Anything I can do to make my videos better, please let me know. Subscribe if you're new. It's the only way to see new videos and guaranteed to see new videos unless you're searching all the time. So it's better if it just pops up on your screen and lets you know I've done a new video. Anyway, take care. Please don't use anything you've seen here to commit any illegal offences, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.